Hello everyone. So as you can see from the title and thumbnail, the new Minato manga has been leaked. These are kind of, the first leaks. They don't really have translations out, but you can still kind of get on what's going on the screen and infer what's happening within these pages. I'm just going to be summarizing them for you so you won't have to go out of your way to go find them because they are being deleted, so you can kind of see them here. If you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. Everyone's been anticipating this manga with Boruto being gone and no Naruto and no Boruto anime either. So let's get on with the actual spoilers. Right. First page, we see Minato looking like he's in a dire situation, and these weird versions of the 4 and 5 tails where they kind of got that kind of ghastly chakra-ish form like KCM2 Naruto does with Kurama's head, and they're about to fire a Biju bomb. This doesn't really make much sense, but you'll see later on why it kind of makes sense, because Kurama's supposed to be the only one that can do this. Now, Jiraiya, Minato, some random girl, and a black Jonin, and, seems to be Konoha Village. He's wearing the attire, the green colors. Master W having a black guy in Konoha. Next is the cover page of it. It just shows the full versions of these Bijus, or kind of the half bodies. We still see the ghastly forms coming out. And Han, of course, or Han's right here, and Roshi firing the Biju bomb at what seems to be Jiraiya, shielding Minato and the others. I don't know why they're having Jiraiya in the front, like he's the strongest. Minato should definitely be up there. Next page, Minato is hiding a secret technique from Kushina. Kushina's looking a little pouty, and she seems like her hair's flaring up. She's very angry at Minato, trying to see what he's hiding. Right. Now, some pages were deleted from this, and I'll probably just add them later on the screen. But pages in between this, since you can't really see them anymore, just basically show that Kushina was having a bad nightmare of what Minato had told her prior of how he created this new jutsu we're going to see at the end of the chapter, and what was actually the process of making all of that. Next page is, before this page, again, it was deleted, but Anbu kind of tried to sneak up against Kushina and do something to her. So she just chains them down because, she's very strong. She's an independent woman. Good job, Kushina. She doesn't need Minato protecting her, but it's still kind of messing with her vision and the insides of the Nine Tails, like that. Right now, we see the Nine Tails taking more control. She's stumbling while trying to run away after putting down the Anbu people. And we get an inside POV, and Kurama's chained to the big ball that Kushina has him, with the Uzumaki chains around her, and she's covering one eye, and Minato is still stressed out as well. We're gonna see why he's stressed out in the next page. This page right here, he's doing Rasengan training with Jiraiya. All of these are like his failed or completed Rasengans, just big holes everywhere. Big holes in trees, big swirls and rocks in the ground. And Jiraiya's just talking about him, right? He's talking to him. Jiraiya doesn't seem messed up at all, so it doesn't look like he's doing anything, but Minato is, right? He's training. So, again, he's talking about the swirls of Minato and the swirls of how his chakra forms, and he brings back the popsicles that he showed Naruto. So this is kind of a flashback or giveaway to part 1 and why we saw the popsicles and their significance, basically tying together everything. Next, Minato perfects the Rasengan. No clones at all. It implies in this one it has a reverse spiral and double spiral, which, pretty significant. And he's all stoked. He's very stoked. He's been training, seems like a whole day, wasting a bunch of chakra, getting tired. And Jiraiya's really happy for him as well. Pretty wholesome, kind of how we thought it would go. Next one is just titled Minato with Riz. I guess it's just a moment of him and Kushina after they kind of, get some alone time, and he's probably telling her about the new jutsu that she wanted to know so badly in the pages. Next, after that, this is after a few pages of, she's still dealing with her inside turmoil with the Kurama. Yeah, she just loses control, basically. Her hair starts flaring up. You see all the Biju chakra. You see all the chakra cloaks forming, and even her eyes changing here. And then, boom, tail comes out. She basically slaps away Minato, cuts him right on the chest. Now, Minato tries to tighten the seal on Kushina, but we get an inside POV. Kurama's breaking away from all of the things that were keeping him sealed, and he's just going on a rampage. just like what he did inside of Naruto, or attempted to do inside of Naruto in Part 1, causing her to transform even more. She starts to develop more of the tailed beast chakra and even develops more of a cloak. She starts to become more monstrous. Even her pupils disappear. And Minato is still, while bleeding, has a big hole in his chest or stomach or slash on his chest. He's trying to tighten the seal with the 5-prong seal. Oh. We get more Minato kind of on his deathbed. She's starting to sprout more tails. He's trying to hug her, put her down, but it's not really working. He seems like he's on the verge of passing out, but this gets a little flashback to when her seal was normal, and she's kind of crying. I think this is an inside POV. She brings out more of the chains so she can bind the 9 tails even more. And she's looking at the 9 tails. He's trying to fire a Biju bomb, which is kind of crazy to try to break out of the seal. You'll just kill Kushina in the Mindscape to stop her from restraining you. Okay, she's still sprouting more tails. She's trying to like slowly gain consciousness because she uses the seals and is low-key breaking out. But the Biju bomb is still forming. After that, we get the version 2 cloak, or what Naruto usually goes in when he's 4 tails, 5 tails, and 6 tails, where he turns all black and all his skin dissipates and you just see just a giant red demon. Just like that, he's breaking out all the chains, still forming the tail beast bomb. And this right here, she stabs straight through Minato's stomach. Just goes clean through. Clean cut. Minato is gravely injured, as you can see right here. It looks like, I can't exactly see because it's a bad angle how many tails it is, but if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tails about, or more if they're kind of hiding back there, of the version 2 cloak. We've only seen like B do this, or like the other tail beasts when they're under Obito's control. Never seen Naruto really do that though. After he sprouts like the 5 tails and beyond, he starts to sprout the muscles and bones. So Minato looks like he's dying. He's clearly gravely injured. And we get, seems more Uzumaki backstory. This looks like Mito or someone else from the Uzumaki clan, someone clearly an elder. And he's still trying to do the seal while on death's door. And Kushina sees this. She's just shocked and crying, right? Because she's clearly hurting Minato without wanting to. And he looks in grave pain and danger, like he's gonna pass out any second. She doesn't want this to happen. And a double spread. Minato comes in the Mindscape with the Rasengan. Just charging right at the full 9 tails. He has a Rasengan. This is my favorite panel in the manga. In this whole one-shot thing, this is my favorite panel. I mean, he just looks so tough in his normal casual attire, using a jutsu he just learned to clash with the full 9 tails. And then another one, double spread, he actually does it. Clashes with the 9 tails. We don't actually see the climax of this clash, but looking how everything's saved, it seems that even if he lost, Kurama didn't have enough energy to continue. Because he wakes up in the hospital from his injuries. He looks just like Naruto here, like father, like son. And Kushina seems to also just wake up here as well. They hug in the hospital. We see Tsunade and Jiraiya. I'm assuming she's here because she probably healed him. You know, best medical ninja in the field. And this is his trainer. So he has to be here to make sure his students safe. Kushina's still hugging Minato. They go on for a walk. I'm assuming he's explaining the Rasengan here. We don't have the translation, so I can only assume again. And more explanation, more laughing, talking. This seems after a full recovery. No Ambu coming after, no slashes in the chest, no 9 tails rampages. And we get more symbolism with swirling and the butterfly. And that seems to be just him explaining the whole Rasengan process to Kushina. And she seems very happy. More Hokage monument faces, and his face right here to represent that he is the next Hokage. Yeah, here's just another panel of Kushina. You know, this is her in her 9 tails controlled mode. We don't know what's really happening. You remember how at the beginning I said some of them were being deleted? I managed to find a few, you know, post editing that may have been the ones that have been deleted. Of course, it's not the 55 pages of the one shot. Those are going to be coming out, should be Sunday, I believe, or Tuesday. Doesn't matter. Of course, support the full release, but this and the rest of these scans up here are just pretty much the ones that I can find that were deleted. This is just her with a bunch of the Uzumaki elders, or one of the Uzumaki elders when she was a kid. You can see she's round faced, chubby, short, tiny little girl. And I don't know, he seems to be talking about some type of seal or spiral seal. Maybe the 5-pronged seal that's going to be sealed with the 9 tails within her one day. We don't know, not translated yet. This skin is a nice guy, Kakashi and Obito cameo. You know, all of those younglings hanging out. Minato, I don't know if he's their teacher yet, or maybe he's their teacher in the future. Yeah, this is just a nice little panel in the background. This is her waking up for the nightmare that she had about the tailed beast attacking Jiraiya and Minato. So that actually didn't seem to be real. That's why they kind of had those tailed beast cloaks and ghastly forms. But Minato did explain to her that that did happen. So that event happened, but maybe not in that way. This right here is another panel that got deleted. That seems to just be like a chakra bubble or force field around the village that those Anbu ninja put up, so Kushina could not leave and the Nine Tails could go like on a big rampage. But with that being said, it does just seem like that's all the leaks we're gonna get until next week. The reason why the leaks got deleted originally was because people were saying basically the whole chapter got leaked and, you know, didn't save anything for Sunday or Tuesday whenever the chapter releases. And that's understandable. Beware if you don't want to be spoiled. Of course, don't watch the video, kind of like to say that. But yeah, this manga seems heat. I love Kishimoto's art style. Hope he comes back for Boruto, and hope we get some Boruto leaks very soon. Yeah, goodbye.